Victoria is the first stop on a national tour showing people what Canada's trillion-dollar debt looks like. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation is driving the debt clock. It's a truck with a digital debt counter mounted to it across the country. The clock keeps track of the estimated debt the federal government is accumulating minute by minute. According to data from the Parliamentary Budget Officer, the federal government isn't projected to balance its budget until 2070.
Just this year, taxpayers are losing out on about $25 billion just to pay interest on the government's debt. That's $25 billion that can't be used to hire more nurses, or it's $25 billion that can't stay in taxpayers' pockets because that money is going to the bond fund managers on Bay Street just to pay interest on the debt. And that's why the Canadian Taxpayers Federation is taking the debt clock coast to coast to wake Canadians up.
The Canadian Taxpayers Federation brought its national debt clock tour to Kelowna, stopping in at the Packing Horse Pub Wednesday night.
Well, the issue that we see on the pandemic spending is that we didn't see prioritization. I think many Canadians understand that if you have an issue like this, redirect resources. But we haven't seen that level of prioritization, and we haven't seen the federal government find savings in other areas of the budget. And we have to remember that even before the pandemic, in 2018, the federal government was spending all-time highs.
Among those who showed up to hear from Terrazano and snap a picture with the debt clock was Kelowna Lake Country MP Tracy Gray. The CTF launched its National Debt Clock Tour earlier this week in Victoria, and Terrazano said it was nice to be interacting with people again after so many months of pandemic restrictions.
Well, the group is looking for your support as it continues to call for the federal government to ring in their spending.